Welcome to the 75th annual Hunger Games. Okay, I know that was like the worst intro ever, but you know what? I don't care right now. And my husband was here, so I thought, why not just put him in a video with me? I was gonna talk about I did not throw that down. Trust me, I wouldn't do that. And my finger just like glossed over that, but I don't care. That's really scary. Do you see that? It's my Louis stand up. And I never noticed that. Its head is in the reflection. Yeah, don't even talk about it. Um, I was gonna talk a little bit about my adventures at Planet Comic Con. Once again, it's like late at night, and I just got I fell asleep for a little while, and I got the energy to do this. So I thought, you know what? Why not? How do I start this off? Let's just say conventions can be insane. There's usually not many conventions where I am, so the first day I walked in there, I took off of school. I was wearing my Red Riding Hood cosplay because an actor from Once Upon a Time was going to be there, and I was like, oh, I get to meet him. So first, my dad got confused where the parking lot was that was closest to the place. So we're in a busy city, and he parked like 2 miles away. So I am in full, like, I kid you not, hood. I got my costume made by a family member who actually, she makes a living by, making prom dresses and stuff. So I am in full costume, and we're going up and down elevators, and we're running across the streets, and it looked like, I kid you not, one of those horrible action movies where you just see like the panorama shots of people running, like the new, I don't want to say Insurgent was horrible, but you know, all this terrible camera angles that are in Insurgent. I'm sorry, it's just, it reminded me of something, and all of these young people are looking at me like, what are you doing? And all these old people are walking by me like, and we just keep running. And it was like at least 10 minutes before I saw anyone else who dressed up or anyone else who had any idea. And this little girl, she walked by me and goes, are you supposed to be a Disney princess? Because you're dressed up? And I was like, no, I'm gonna meet a Once Upon a Time person. I'm wearing a Once Upon a Time. She goes, oh, you're like, and walked away with her mother. And my dad was like, that's adorable, that's cute. And I was like, no. So we walk up to the Comic Con stairs. And like, okay, Planet Comic Con has this weird thing where they like have this entry. And you're like, is this where we're supposed to go? But the entry that it looks like you're going into is the exit. And somehow, like, we already had tickets, but we had to wait in line anyways. And I'm wearing this huge, long cape. Like, I kid you not, it's taller than I am. And they're like, go up the escalator. And all these people, like, there was like a dance competition and then like this lawyer gathering near us. So they're all really confused. And we had to wait in line for like 10-20 minutes because, well, it was like we bought our tickets already, so we got to wait in the shorter line, but you still had to wait in line to get like these wristbands, which I think mine is over there, but I had to break it. And the night I had that Comic Con, within 30 minutes I had to go to, we call it INT, it's at my church, but I had to watch 40 kids. Like 40, I mean, that's exaggeration. Usually we have like 20, 27 babies, little babies. And I was like, oh, I'm exhausted. I woke up, I got ready, I curled my hair. And guess what? The first time, he's not there. The guy I wanted to meet, the guy from Once Upon a Time, he is not there. And by the guy from Once Upon a Time, his name is Raphael. He played Archie. And so I'm like, okay, let's just go around. My stimulus has already been like wowed with every single color everywhere. And so, me as a fangirl, as a big fangirl of Sherlock, I am in mode. I am looking everywhere. I'm like, we're going to find a Sherlock thing. We're going to do half of the people there were like, oh, Sherlock is not popular. You should, like, Doctor Who used to be not popular either. And people would come and, like, ask for Doctor Who stuff, but we didn't have any because Doctor Who wasn't that popular. It only became popular this last year. And I'm sitting there like, are you insane? And they had, like, full stores dedicated to Doctor Who. Like, there's stands, there's things, and, like, all I can find for the longest time are these Sherlock posters. And, like, here, we're gonna take a journey. This Sherlock poster. What is this? What in the heck is this? So, I'm everywhere, and I'm in that full mood, and I'm like, Dad, ask them, because I'm, like, an anxious person, so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna ask them. I'm gonna make you ask them. So, finally, we find this guy, and he has all of these storybook. Well, I was also on the hunt for Once Upon a Time stuff, but that was explained with the whole reason I came is for a Once Upon a Time guy. And they have David Nolan, they have it's like storybook identification cards, and they had like, okay, Red Riding Hood, of course, is my favorite character. Like, why else would I dress up as her? Megan O'Reilly is amazing. But they had 3 of them, and I was just like, oh. And then all of a sudden, I see that. Da, 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 da. Sherlock. And I'm like, Dad. He's like, it's your special day. You can get whatever you want. And I was like, Sherlock, you were mine. They had so many Sherlock cards. So I just picked like one that looks real. And then I didn't expect to see this. They had a whole bunch of other stuff about this, but like in a certain area, but I already own them. Da, 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 da. My husband! Finna go there. And I was just like, Dad. He's like, and they had this deal where you could get like 2 of them for $5 if you get like 5. And I was like, and he was just like, get them. And my fangirl heart was very happy. And we got that on like, I think the last day, at the last moment. And then they had a 221B key. And this guy, because we were there previously, he was just like, you can have it for half of the price. Half of the price. And then I got this. The Lord of the Rings fangirl inside of me. I feel like I have so many inner fangirls, but right now, they're all happy. Look at it. Look at it. Basks in its glory. I have a Sherlock one, but it's upstairs, and it's like that key, and it has a 221B. Oh, I didn't show you this either. I'm just telling stories and showing you, but look, it's a print. I got a shirt exactly like that. I think my shirt's in the wash, or here it is. I'm like everywhere right now. I'm so sorry. This is like such a disjointed video, but you know what? See? It's Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, I was so happy about this. I was so happy about this. And so the first day we were there, I saw this. As a child, I was obsessed with this TV show, Birds of Prey, because my favorite superhero ever is this superhero that you've probably never heard of, but her name is Black Canary, and they made this TV show about it for a while, because I used to read the comic books, because when you're younger, that's an easier thing to read, and so they had the TV show version of her, and I was a little, like, she wrote her name and everything, and I was a little creeped out at first because she was really nice, and she was like, and we were talking about that, and she was like, oh, I can't believe that you're so old, that you remember the Birds of Prey show. And I was like the 2000s. How old are you? You're like 30 maybe. And so no, I like forgot it. Like, I tried to watch Tasha's video on like fans at events, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, which, like, I freeze, and I don't know what to say, and then I think of so many things I should have said earlier, and so, she kept talking about my skin. And she's like, you have the clearest skin ever. And like, she kept talking about it to the point where I was like, okay, are you gonna skin me and wear my skin? It was like really scary. And what was even creepier was every single one of them talked about my skin. I met like 4 actors and actresses. And then my dad freaked out because like there was like 2 X-Files actors, especially this one girl that I secretly think he had a crush on when he was in like high school, because he was like, oh, I want to take a picture with her. So she signed it, and I was like, that's awesome. But what I was really happy about was first I need to say the first day, there wasn't that many people. It was good. We got a whole bunch of fandom stuff. I think I got my Once Upon a Time poster, but it like fell to the ground right now, and I don't feel like picking it up. I even got a 4 action figure. Oh, that was another thing. The guy was like, Divergent isn't that big of a franchise, so it's really hard to come by things about Divergent. So 4 is the only thing we have. I think that's his name, but it could be another number. But, you know, it's not that big. There's not that many fans. Who are you? And what rock have you been living under? But look at this. We spent like $40 to take a picture with him, but I don't care. And he spelled my name wrong in both pictures, and I spelled it for him like 7 times. But he says, to Allison, so lovely to meet you from all of us in Storybrooke. Okay, I am not sure what this word is now. Oh, wishing you the very best. Wow, my tiredness is definitely showing. And so I was already happy, but like, my dad is one of those people that like asks the people that like are with them where you pay and stuff, and he's like, oh, can we do this? And they're like, no, but he go ahead and asks the actress or actor anyway. So he did this at the book signing too, like multiple times that I've been to. I need to stop taking him to events. But this lady, she like told him, no, you have to pay extra money if you want to get your picture signed too. And he asked Raphael, and Raphael was just like, yeah. Okay, but I am concerned because he looked at me and he said, oh, so you like Once Upon a Time? And I'm trying to emulate his face, but I can't really do it. And he goes, have you caught up on the season yet? And I was like, no, yes? What does that mean? And like, I didn't think about it later, but it was like he was trying to send me a secret message the way he was talking about. I know, like, that's crazy, but even my dad was like, what do you think he meant? Because I got my dad hooked on Once Upon a Time too. And I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what he means. What are you talking about? I don't know. So, mind you, this was a 3-day thing, but okay. I'm gonna have to take you guys over here for a minute. Okay, anyways, that lady, like, she totally looked like he killed her puppy when he talked about this, but look at this. This is another thing. Like, all of them talked about my skin, even Raphael. But as we went and took a picture on the second day in this celebrity gathering and everything, for some reason they wouldn't take credit cards, they only took cash, but my dad got to meet that X-Files guy for free, and he was like, I love the X-Files, like a weirdo, and everyone turns around, and the guy was totally just like, yeah, man! And they had this, like, really weird guy moment that I still do not understand, but who knows? And so, I also got to meet her on my second day, and I took a picture with her. Look, she spelled my name correctly. And it says Supergirl because, okay, I'm going to sound like a total nerd as a child, but like, even when I was 2 or 3, I went to see The Lord of the Rings in theaters. And I watched Smallville, like it came out the year I was born. The day I was born? What is wrong with me? And I have watched from the very beginning. Like, I have been a Smallville fan my entire life. And I remember being a little girl and going, oh, Supergirl, she's so cool. And then I watched V and like I had nightmares and I was